welcome back to TAZS Wig Closet at Wig Studio 1. Have you always admired pink hair or fashion colored hair, but you're not quite sure you can pull it off and you have no idea how to begin? Coming up, I have a complete guide and demonstration on how you can rock your favorite pink hair. So whether you wear wigs or you have your natural hair, I think we've all been curious about some fun pinks and blues, pastels, and fashion colors for our hair, right? Up until recently, the last 2 or 3 years, wigs have, if you wanted a fashion color in a wig, it really was very costume-like, something you might wear out to a Halloween or a costume party. Recently, however, there's been an explosion of fashion colors on the market for wigs. And I think it's awesome because now we can embrace these fashion colors in the mainstream for everyday wear. And if you do have natural hair and want to explore a fashion color, it might be better to wear a wig. First of all, you have to spend a lot of money on the color layering at a salon. And within a week, it's already started to fade and grow back in. So a wig is probably your best option if you want to try out, take for a spin, a little fashion color. Some of the big players in the market for fashion colors are Beltress. That just comes to mind immediately. They have a lot of very tasteful, natural looking fashion shades. Now, when I say natural looking, what I mean by that is nobody has pink hair in the real world, right? Like we weren't born with pink hair. And it's not natural in that sense, but it looks like we may have had a light brown hair, stepped into a salon and had a multi-color, very expensive process done to get that fashion color. A lot of fashion colors are multi-tonal, very, very dimensional. Some have rooting. They look very, very natural. And so in that sense, I think now is a wonderful time to explore pink hair or a fashion color. Now, I'm not talking about some of the cheaper fashion shades. Like you can get really crazy with, some jet black and some peacock colors and things. I'm really talking to those that want a subtle change. They want a little bit of fun in their wig color without going to an extreme fashion look. Other players are Renee of Paris. I'm actually wearing the Renee of Paris's Wyatt in the color Watermelon R. Estetica has some beautiful fashion colors. And I think Ellen Villa also has come up with some really cool fashion colors. It seems like those pinks and peaches are very popular because they're very easy to work with. So many of us want to pull off pink hair, right? It's fun, it's flirty, it's confident, and it's a little bit rebellious. So that's me. That's me in a nutshell. I want to be very casual, fun, flirty, sporty, but I've got a touch of rebellious, like, yeah, I can do this. So I think everyone out there can rock a beautiful pink wig if you just keep a few things in mind. So this is going to be a little ad hoc. I've got a little bit of a fashion show. I've got some examples of some clothing choices. I have 7 or 8 different wigs that I'm going to try on. So this is likely to be a lengthy video, but I was just hoping it could be sort of casual and fun as we move through some of these colors and talk about some of the concerns. I think the biggest concern you have is how to choose. So you see me in this wig, but will it look good on you? So you're more likely to enjoy the experience of having a fashion color in your hair if you stick to a style that you're comfortable with. So the number one thing I can suggest in choosing your fashion color is to first look for a style that suits you. So if you're a pixie wearer, there are lots of pixie styles out there that have pink tones. Likewise, medium, long, curly, straight. There's such a variety. So try to choose one that you're most comfortable with the style. And then we're going to talk about color. So next, how to choose the right color. There's a spectrum of fashion colors out there. And let's just take pink, for example. So you can get something that's really subtle, just a whisper of pink, all the way up to something that is very bold and loud and in your face. So that would be the second question you want to ask yourself when choosing is, how bold of a color do I want? What is your personality? What is your tolerance for change? That will help you decide on which one to choose. So next, let's talk about skin tone. Now, I happen to have a light neutral skin tone. I can wear warm and cool colors. And I think that no matter what your skin tone, you can rock a pink wig. You really can. Now, you'll find that all pinks are not the same. They're not the same in terms of lightness and brightness, but they're also not the same in terms of being warm or cool. So you can find a cool pink shade, or trust me, you can find a warm pink shade, pinks that are matched with some peach tones and things. So when selecting your color and being concerned about your skin tone, again, anybody can rock a pink. You just want to try to, if you like more cool ashy tones in your wigs or hair color, try to choose a cool pink. If you enjoy more of a warm tone color on a daily basis, try to pick some that have some warm tones in it. So I'm going to show you today too, lots of different ones. We're going to talk about whether it's warm or cool and how to wear them with your skin tone. So let's talk about your fashion sense. So with your clothing choices, one thing I really suggest is keeping it neutral. White is perfect. And then you have navy. I love a jean jacket, like a denim look against some pastel hair or any fashion color. Really, I think denim is just the perfect neutral ever. And black. Gosh, don't be afraid to take that little pink wig and dress it up with a little black dress, some strappy shoes, and some dangly earrings. You can definitely do this. So just be mindful of your clothing choices. The last thing is your makeup. With makeup, I think you might have to make some tweaks. Again, just like your clothing choices, you might want to keep your makeup palette more neutral. And what I suggest is that you avoid trying to match the hair. So if you buy this beautiful medium tone pink wig and you try to slather pink eyeshadow and pink lipstick and stuff, it might not be the most flattering look. So you just want to go with a subtle makeup palette while making the hair the star of the show. Just something that complements the hair, not trying to match it, not trying to compete with it. Just a very subtle, neutral color palette, I think, is your best choice when trying to sport some of these fashion colors. And the last thing I want you to wear, and this is the important thing, guys, wear a smile and sport a can-do attitude. Have confidence when you're going out in your fashion-colored hair. You chose it. You're rocking it. You inspected yourself before you go out the door. Now carry yourself with confidence. Okay, so here comes the casual part. I'm just going to randomly try on some wigs. We're going to discuss the color. And by the end of this video, I hope you're confident enough to make a good selection so you can rock that pink hair or any fashion color. So again, this is the Renee of Paris Wyatt in Watermelon R. This color is just absolutely delicious. So you're going to see like a pearly platinum base color here. That's going to give it that frosty look, that cool frosty look. And then you have lots of highlighting of both a light pinky peach color and then a darker raspberry note in there as well. So it gives it lots of depth and dimension. And the fact that this is rooted is going to open this one up for lots of different skin tones, because when you have a darker shadow of a root or regrowth coming in, I think not only does it look a little more natural, it will also help blend into lots more different skin tones. So even though this is a very cool tone shade, I do see a little bit of warmth in that peachy pink. And then you've got this medium brown root, which will help match it to your skin tone. So let me give you a couple of examples of what I'm talking about with clothing. So white, navy, and black, you know, some of your more basic neutral colors are wonderful. They make the hair the star. It looks very classy and well put together. If you're going to try to match your hair to your top, if you don't have an exact match, don't attempt it. Let me give you some examples. Okay, so here I have this beautiful bright coral shirt, right? Beautiful. Now I do think that this color is going to compete with this hair color and you're not going to get the full enjoyment from it. It's just a bit too bright. It is not an exact match, although it has some similar tones in it. It's just too much. Don't get me wrong here. I'm just trying to say that if you want to get the most out of your pink wig and you're really interested in learning how to dress to make the most of it, this is how to do it. So again, I would avoid this top with this hair because it's not a good match. Now we're getting better with our choices. However, I still think that this really light peach top is not quite an exact match, right? There's some pale peach tones in wig style. Therefore, this is very much acceptable and I would have no problem doing it. I just think that they're just not compatible in the best way. So moving on to an exact match. So again, if I were trying to go for a match, I would make it exact. And this top, this dusty rose top that I have, is the perfect match for this hair. So wow, what do we have here? A beautiful subtle pink on a very dramatic pixie style. This is Aestheticus Jet in the color Smoky Rose. This is my first experience with Smoky Rose. It's beautiful. So your Smoky Rose is not a rooted shade, and it's basically a very warm platinum or light gold blonde mixed in there with some medium rose tones. The effect is very creamy and subtle. There's no striping or dramatic bold highlighting here on this shorter style. You will be able to pick out those highlights very well. It would look absolutely amazing all dressed up in like a black tie look. You could just give it that sleeked back chic look, wear some dangly earrings, and you will look absolutely fierce in this color and style. So here's my favorite denim jacket. Little popped collar. Beautifully highlights the hair. So it really does make the hair the star, doesn't it? This is a look. This is definitely something I would wear. It's my personality. It's casual, but it's put together. Adore, absolutely adore this little asymmetrical pixie cut. You can get some really nice edgy looks out of it, or you could get a sleek chic look out of it as well. And I think your favorite trench coat would just complete that look, don't you? This one has some pinks in it. The hair is subtle enough, it's not so dramatic that it would compete with this little hashtag look of the pattern on my trench. For instance, here is a very heavily patterned top. It has some pinks in it, but then some deeper tones, and I think this would be a great choice for this hair. It would keep the hair the star. There's no competing, because if this was a dark pink with lots of dramatic bold highlighting, probably couldn't get away with a heavily patterned top. Love this, just absolutely love it. It's got a beautiful lace front, makes it really cute for styling. So talk about a beautiful layered fashion color. This was my favorite fashion pink. It probably still is. This is Beltresse's Vienna Roast in the color Strawberry Shortcake. Lots of rose colors, deep peaches, some pastel pinks, and all of that on a very believable light brown root. It just looks like I stepped into the salon and had a fresh layering of very expensive fashion colors. Isn't it fantastic? This would be considered maybe a little more bold and dramatic, not only because of the heavy layering of color here, but also because of the style. You know, it's very casual, but it is curly. So there's a lot going on here. You've got not only great texture, but lots and lots of layering of color. So again, I feel like you're gonna be best served with this to stick with neutrals and solids. So again, you see the difference here, right? This is the perfect demonstration on getting some perspective because you've got this wild, dramatic color and cut, and you like a nice solid color, something to prop up and make the hair the star. So I'm back wearing Breezy Waves by Renee of Paris in Dusty Rose. Dusty Rose is sort of a medium to deep rose tone, and all of that on a medium brown root. However, it has been toned down quite a bit. So it's really taken a lot of the warmth out of it through this toning process. And there's no dramatic highlight pattern, but this is a pretty in your face kind of a color just because it is more medium to dark in tone, right? Like a nice solid top, or even patterns would look good on this because there's not any kind of wild highlight pattern or anything. So here I'm wearing my faded denim jacket, and I think that it sets off the hair beautifully, don't you? The light blue tones just really make that red pop, and it makes it the star. I would definitely wear this combination. Due to the length of this style and the beautiful tassel curl, wouldn't this look amazing with a little cream off of the shoulder top? That would be beautiful. And again, a very neutral color, making the hair the star. And then if you have it off of the shoulder a little bit, it really brings the eye to all of this tasseled curl. Beautiful. So who remembers my review on this darling style? This is Ellen Villa's Link in the color Pastel Rose Rooted. Beautiful, asymmetrical pixie style cut, lots of texture. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, this color, it could go very easily for every day. So this Pastel Rose Rooted starts with a pearly platinum, almost like a pearl white. And then you'll see just some hints of pinks. So you've got a lighter pink and a darker toned pink, but very, very subtle. This is on that subtle whisper of color end of the spectrum, and I think it could go with just about anything. It also has a medium brown root, so if you do have a little bit of a darker skin tone, I think it would suit you very well. So I think you could wear just about anything with this and really rock this hair and make it the star. And because it is such a subtle color, you can wear a variety of things. I would not be afraid to wear some wild patterned tops. There's just about nothing I don't think I wouldn't wear except for maybe the yellow, that bright yellow spring coat. Just because it wouldn't highlight the hair as well, and we're competing warm against cool. And I think that it just probably wouldn't be the best choice, but there's so many great choices. And what I think would be absolutely stunning would be a little black dress with this, with dangly earrings and strappy sandals, shoes. Wouldn't that be an amazing combination? Like, you would be the star of that particular meeting, party, event. a little black dress with this hair. Oh, stunning combination. Here's another stunning pink fashion color by Belle Tress. I am wearing the Belle Tress's Morning Brew in the color Rose Gold. Belle Tress has absolutely nailed the layering of colored look. So Rose Gold by Belle Tress, a combination of some light blondes. There's a light gold blonde in there, more of a light pale neutral blonde, satiny kind of a color. So it just makes it look like you were blonde, had a little bit of regrowth, but then you went through and did the pink. And this pink is not going to fade, guys. It's going to look salon fresh every single time you put it on. So I just adore this style and in this color. How fun. And then for sure avoid these deep coral. I mean, that does clash a bit. It just shows me how cool the color actually is in reality. But again, it's nice and layered and has a combination of cool and warm. Okay, so this has been Morning Brew by Belle Tress. Just a striking layered bob style, lace front monofilament part. Beautiful movement, heat friendly. So here I'm wearing Ivana by Renee of Paris in the color Pastel Rainbow R. So there's a lot going on in this color, but it's all very, very subtle. You can definitely pick up on this cool platinum blonde. And then there's some like mint greenish blue streaks. There's some pink. I'm picking up on some yellow and maybe a light tangerine. So it truly is a rainbow of colors. But you would honestly, if you saw me in the street, you would honestly have to get up really close to see these streaky colors. I think it's very well done. It's super subtle, it's soft. There's a medium brown root here too, so that's gonna open it up to lots of different skin tones. So if you're real pale and cool, I think this would actually be one of the platinums you could wear just because of the rooting. But again, from afar, it just looks like a cool pale blonde. So I almost hate to wear white with this color because it blends in with this platinum blonde and really doesn't highlight the hair and make it the star. So this is definitely a color that I would not hesitate to wear my coral top. I think it would be beautiful. Even though that's pretty much a cool tone overall, there's some warmth in the hair. And I think this would be a gorgeous choice. Also patterns. The streaks of highlights are not so bold and dramatic as to compete with a patterned top. So I think this would also be a really nice choice. And of course, my beloved dark denim would definitely highlight the hair. Make it the star. So let's say you really love the Noriko or Renee Paris Champagne R, which is basically a combination of some platinums on a medium brown root. This would be a great choice because it's basically that color with just a little bit of highlighting ran through it. So last up, this is Taboo by Ellen Villa in the color Rose Blonde Rooted. Beautiful fashion color. Lots of drama, but all of it's kind of taking place underneath. So you have a combination of some medium and some light gold blonde as a base color. And then that rose is coming in as underlighting. It's more prevalent at the bottom. It gives a nice subtle effect because if they did an ombre or something, I don't think that it would be as stunning as it actually is. Now there is a medium brown root, so that's also going to open this up to more skin tones. It's basically a warm color with the gold blondes. And then the medium gold blonde root or gold brown root. Okay, so it is more on the warm side, whereas a lot of pinks are very cool. So if you're searching for something that is going to give you warmth, I think this would be a great choice. I still think I would stick more to the neutral colors. And if it is a pattern, let it be a textured pattern or a subtle pattern. So I think that this Every Woman's trench coat here looks amazing with this color. So from the front and upon introduction, you just look like yourself. You look like a blonde, right? And then comes in a little bit of subtle fun and personality. And again, I would avoid competing or clashing colors, such as, again, this bright coral. This poor coral. I love this top so much, but I do find that I wear this most with my pale blondes. It really does highlight the hair in that case with a light, bright blonde. But I don't think I would wear it with this at all. So I sincerely hope that this was helpful and gives you the skills and confidence to select and find joy in your pink colors and fashion colored wigs. Everybody have a great day, a great spring. We'll see you soon on TAZS Wig Closet at Wig Studio 1.